Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 113, recorded in Kendy's box room.
No.
No.
Come here, you told me don't look at anything that I'm doing before you start or something. What does that mean?
Don't look at anything I was doing.
Yeah, why?
Because I brought in a little pack of donuts.
Yeah, but so what? I don't give a fuck. Eat the donuts, man.
I just felt very...
Did you think that I was going to abuse you?
Yeah.
About it?
Because I put a few pounds back on again now and I'm flat out in the donuts.
Well, I'm not like that, Ray. I wouldn't do that. I'd point that out to somebody. We were doing a photo shoot during the week because we're big dicks now. And Ray says, why have you your t-shirt tucked in? And I said, Ray, I have it tucked in, man, because it's more comfortable on my belly.
You're dressed like a priest. You're dressed like an off-duty priest.
I know is it this? Okay, so this is another thing as well, is that none of my clothes fit anymore, right? And we'll get on to the penny stuff later on. But none of my clothes fit anymore. And I haven't bought anything in so long. And I'm in that weird period as well where I can't order clothes online because I don't know what size I am anymore.
So the only thing that fits is your off-duty priest outfit.
But this didn't even fit me, man. Look at that. Look at the state of the t-shirt. It doesn't actually fit me. Like, my belly's coming out over the top of it. This is the best I can do. Like,
I've never seen a belt under so much pressure.
So in the new work that I'm doing now, you have to dress like appropriate for the job. These are the only jeans left.
Right.
And you know Kendy long time, I have a lot of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
One pair of jeans left that fits me.
Right.
After a pandemic.
Okay.
Like, it's like you come out of the dust, like, rubbing your eyes. Like, oh, we got, what's happening here? And then you realise you have nothing left, like. I had to go back out into the real world over the last couple of months and realise, fuck, man, one pair of jeans.
Would you like a donut?
I would, yeah, please.
Would you like a donut?
Yes, I would, Ray. I've been talking for the last 2 minutes about fucking the size of me.
Yeah, they were reduced and everything.
Where'd you get it?
No, I tried one, didn't like it. So
Caltracentra. Okay, well, you didn't like it, but I'll try this.
Come on.
Okay.
At the moment, we're currently washing these donuts down with a pair of beers, which have been kindly donated to us by one Stephen Miles, who rang us again when none of us were home and said, I'll drop them by the door.
Yeah.
But he gave lovely ones. He gave Beaverton beers.
Yeah. Ray, sorry, no. I'm fat as a shit, man.
Let's be fat together.
Fucking cry, I'm so fucking fat, man.
I have a Gamma Ray, which is an American Pale Ale. And what have you got there in your hand?
I gotta lick the chocolate off my hands. I'm fucking a fat bitch. I'm such I have a Beavertown neck oil.
Very good.
A session IPA.
Very good. Another IPA.
Okay, thank you very much for the IPAs. They're finished now.
Stephen?
Any company out there, Stephen, thanks so much. Any company out there, we have enough IPAs now.
Well, no, actually, there's big news on that front.
Huh.
Stephen Miles will have been the last man to have donated beers to our lowly podcast.
Probably, maybe, and hopefully.
What?
I just want to not say it and go, that's it now, done.
The multi-thousand-air deal has been signed.
Can we talk about it?
I think we can give hints.
No, but, okay, so here's the thing, right? So
nothing wrong with us looking stupid in a week's time if it all falls through.
that's what I'm saying, maybe, probably, hopefully. They've already given us some pound towards something we want to do, so it's done.
Yeah, and could I ask a question? Would you have ever have told people about something that you were going for and then it didn't happen?
Yeah, that's don't do that out there. And like, like with gigs and stuff, you'd say, geez, I think I might have got a gig there or whatever. People go, oh, that's unbelievable. Then you don't get it, and you look like a fool, a fat fool as well, eating donuts.
I would never have that problem.
Why?
There's been many a thing I've gone for in the past. I tell the whole parish. I'm like, I'm going for a big interview, big job, right?
Well, yeah.
And then I wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
And then I come back and tell the whole parish, didn't get the big job. Irish, look at what's for you, won't pass you.
Yeah, but it's a mammy thing though. Because your mother would always say to you, don't be telling anyone, no, you're going for it.
Right.
Because it's not, me and you don't get embarrassed. Or parents get embarrassed of us.
Okay.
So my mammy would always have been saying, and don't be telling anyone now, Mark, that you're doing this or you're doing that, like. And I'd be saying, Mama, I'm not embarrassed.
No.
And she wouldn't be able to say what she's thinking, which is, I'm not on about you, I'm on about me. If you don't get it, I look like a fool.
Would there have been any situations back in the day which you went for and you didn't get them and your mother was embarrassed? Or ashamed?
Well, like, I'm so worried about now that I can't even tell them kind of stories because of how embarrassed she would get. Like, geez, my mom's so embarrassed of me. Like, I wasn't very good academically. One of the big ones would have been your leaving cert results, like.
Yeah.
And I don't mind telling anybody, I got 5 points less than Ray. I got 395, right?
A respectable score.
It's not bad, a very respectable score.
Yeah.
But like, and some of my family listen to this, but it is what it is. Like, my mother would have been very much like, we have to keep up the appearances with the surrounding family, like, so
Yeah.
loads of them are doctors and all that kind of shit, like, and she would have been like, just tell, you're going to Limerick doing a shite arts course, but tell them you got 600, you don't want to be a doctor, Mark, tell
I
them
don't know.
now.
When you said you went to Limerick, I always take that as a kind of geez, you were in a good spot.
Arid, but like,
Albeit a shite's art. A shite's art.
a shark's degree. Because I think we told the story on the podcast before, but there was a great one of when a friend of mine realised that he didn't want to do arts in Galway anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with arts degrees, lads, but there is. So he realised that he didn't want to do arts in Galway anymore when he was fed up with the course, and he went to take a shite in the middle of the day in NUIG.
Right.
And when he went to wipe his arse, the toilet paper had written on his pull here for an arts degree. And he was like, I'm getting out of here, man. This place is shit. Like, arts is shit for this kind of stuff. But the problem is, the problem with the arts that I would have said was like the broad spectrum of shite that goes into it.
It's just when you don't know what you want to do.
You end up doing 4 years, right? And
Sounds
then
like a prison
you
sentence.
go, yo, I got a degree now. And they say, you want to get any job, do another 3 years. Oh, shit.
I had notions lately of going back to being a history teacher.
What? That's what I studied, like in UM.
Did you study history?
Yeah, I studied history, yeah.
You did not.
Yeah, obviously terrible with the amount of lies I tell on this podcast.
And the amount of you're not. We did a whole thing, a bit of you having to explain history things.
I know. And you don't want to. I know I got big timed in UL before, and it was the first time it was when I realised I'm shit as a student. Like, I'm a shy student, so I got big timed. We were talking about shit that had happened in like the 1300s, which is like 20 years ago, and we were talking about it. And your man was like, "Can you tell me what time that thing was around then?"
Yeah.
And then, like, we're talking about 800 years ago, 700 years ago. I was like, "Oh yeah, it was probably around the time of this other thing that happened." And the lecturer goes, "That was actually 2 years before us," and everyone in the class laughed, right?
Yeah.
And
Very
I was
funny.
like. 2 years when you're talking about 800, 700 years ago is nothing, but they all big time me.
You're
man.
not cut out to be a history teacher. 2 years is a long time in history.
But it's not though. I think 2 years is a short time in history though.
What?
2 years ago, we were laden into nearly a pandemic, man.
And no, 2 years ago we were having the greatest time in the world, and we keep talking about it.
I know,
Jeez,
but
wouldn't it be
that's
great
the
to go
thing.
back to the way things was?
And yeah, that's my journal is about that.
Oh,
That's
you
so
read
weird that
journal,
you
yeah.
brought that up, because that's what my journal is about. But we'll get to my journal after a while. The multi-thousand-euro deal we signed. That's where we started with this.
Yeah,
We're-
basically means that I think we're going to be from now on not doing beers anymore.
we'll be drinking something else.
Drinking something, another type of alcoholic beverage.
Big announcement coming next week, lads. Yeah, we'll tell you all about it next week. Means nothing to you. Means that we get money. So thank you to Stephen Wilds for the beers. That's where it started.
It did.
So fair play to Stephen Wilds.
The
He's
last of the
somebody.
beers because we move on to something else next week because of our multi-thousand-airs.
We're talking about too much right now. Come on, finish, wrap it up, will you? Okay. So any crack this week is what I was actually going to ask you, which is what I usually try and ask you at the start of every podcast.
Have I any crack?
Yeah, I can see. Sorry, I've been very observant right now. I can see
no.
you haven't got the haircut yet either. Then
No.
I
I thought both of us had corresponded with our hairdresser collectively on a video, and did he come back to you?
no, I don't think he's a hairdresser anymore. To be honest.
Do you think he's not a hairdresser?
Well, I told him he was fiddling around with the videos there, and it was kind of cute, like, cute little hobby he had. Rory
Yeah.
Maitland ran about, lads.
Yeah,
And
of Rory Maitland Barbers.
of Rory Maitland's hair fashions. And he never got back. So the two of us must be the only bastards in town that are still not fucking chopped.
I'm all right though because I was going very bald, so I'm quite happy to have a bit of hair now in those
but
places.
Look at this, man.
You look slick.
Slick me arse.
You do. You look real slick, really nice. I wish I had that hairline.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the hairline is okay. My hair grows quite well, but look at the state.
You look like what you call the buck off Father Ted, the trendy priest.
Oh, Father Damo.
Yeah, you look like Father Damo.
Joe Rudy. Think about this for a second, right? You were like, what's your man's name there? The fella that was on the old trendy fella. We interviewed him on this podcast before.
Yeah.
And you
Previous guest Joe Rooney.
now you know because I just said it. I know, yeah, but we have to get it done. And did you, Ray, book for pennies or no?
No,
You didn't do
I've
that.
nothing. I actually realised I've nothing. I've no reason to be in pennies.
Right, okay, not jock socks, none of that.
No, see, I'm a Duns man. You
Yes,
see.
yeah, that's
and
what
now actually, as of Christmas, I'm no longer a Duns man. I'm now into the Levi's and the Calvin Kleins and the Paulo Real Florens.
A Levi jock,
Yeah,
like jeans.
I'm actually wearing one as we speak.
So Levi do jean jocks,
Yeah, they do.
but they're not jeans.
They're
though,
not
jocks.
jeans. They're pure denim jocks. Really comfy.
Oh man, they cut
Yeah,
you
I got
open.
loads of lovely presents from Laura of jocks at
All
Christmas.
right, okay, so you're
obviously her trying to change me out of the duns. She's
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be embarrassed at Dunn's job. Well, maybe she's embarrassed when you take off the pants and she's like, oh, okay. You're like, come
Do you
in
know-
here, Lord, I show you something. And then you're-
Conversation we had there recently. Do you know any man that wears a brief? Is it a brief now?
yeah, I know a boy who wears a brief
Do
now,
you
yeah.
know a man that wears a brief?
Okay.
Are you a man that wears a brief?
Welcome to the men's podcast, lads, okay? Women, you think you have
This
health
is
problems?
good. This is good for men or women as well.
Yeah, why are you saying that? Because you think they actually will turn off?
What? No. No, I just think it's a healthy conversation to have, you
Yeah.
know, if they're ever considering, you know, Christmas presents.
So, a friend of mine said, I've got big into the briefs, like, you know, the no-leg jock, we'll say.
Is that how you,
The
that's a very
Speedo.
good way to describe a
Yeah.
Speedo?
Yeah,
Or a
pretty much.
no-leg jock?
And I said, that sounds like dog shit to me, Skin. And says he, well, I've had problems with some rashes on me legs and stuff because of chafe and all that kind of stuff. I said, so have I, Skin. I have as well. This is the men's podcast, lads, right? I said, I'm not fucking wearing a brief in me life, though. Until he said that, and I was like, I might get into it. I was like, if you're telling me that it's going to stop this stupid chafy shit that goes around me gooch and me leg area,
Jesus!
yeah, right?
Where are you have to go on?
Listen to me.
I'm
I
so
said,
sorry, lady listeners.
listen. I said I might get involved,
Right.
right? And then
It's
I
not a
saw
movement.
and then I saw him.
I know the movement is the cause,
Yeah.
but I know movement is the cause, but it's
No,
not
it's
a
not.
movement.
I'm not on about my butt cheek. I'm not on about like my starfish.
It's
not.
between your thighs.
You know, like the run between your balls and your arse.
Your tisn't.
And then, yeah, your tisn't or your
Yeah.
gooch. And then like the inside of your legs. Because I got fat bastard legs now, like I get a lot of chafing problems and whatever. Your boy told me if you wear a brief, that'll sort that out. And I was about to get on board with him until I saw him wearing them.
Right.
And he came out of the shower here one day in the house and he put on his jocks.
Is this Derek?
You can't say that, Rick.
Why?
No, you can't
I was
say
trying
it's
to think
Derek.
of who was staying here in the last.
No,
Is it
you can't
Derek?
say. No, you can't say.
Is
it's
it?
Derek.
Not only is he doing all these life-changing things, is he also wearing briefs?
Well, he is. So he came out of the shower.
Yeah.
And I saw him in them, and I was like, "That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my whole life." I won't be. I'll go with the uncomfortableness of what I'm in now.
He's a sexy man, though. I'd say he looked well in the brief.
Well, you know,
This wasn't sexy.
no, I mean, it did look great, now, man. It looked
Okay.
saggy and everything. It looked like he was carrying the shite inside. There was like a
Yo,
nappy or something. Oh,
see,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd have a man in my life that wears them.
would you?
Yeah.
But is it like your outlet or something?
I couldn't possibly speculate. But yeah, it's funny I didn't follow in his footsteps.
No, but people our age aren't wearing that shit, man.
I hope not.
Jesus Christ, it's an awful look.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're on about pennies and stuff, so I might as well just get into it now then before we do anything else because
You've
we've already
things you want to say.
yeah
don't
we've
you?
already talked a lot about what I've done journaling this week,
Right.
and journaling is such a funny thing, Ray. Because you wouldn't get it because you're not a journaler like we are.
I'm not a
But-
journalist.
no. There's journalers and journalists. Journalists get paid. Journalers are idiots. Anyway,
You can't
so-
say that now.
No, because I'm one of them. It doesn't matter. No, I'm
yeah,
in
but
on it.
they're not Egypts.
But I know they're not idiots. Of course
Yeah.
they're not.
I
but,
made a solemn pledge to defend journalers.
but I'm one of them.
Good lad.
Which is funny because you don't defend me whenever I do my journals. But anyway, what I'm saying is that journaling is such a funny thing to do because you have to just let the pen, or in my case, the index finger, just write.
Okay.
It's a little bit ranty,
Right.
but it's okay because it's my personal feelings.
I'm going to try not to interrupt you.
If you feel like you have to, it is what it is.
Just don't go talk about stuff that I need to interrupt you on.
I know, yeah, but that's what happens every single week.
Okay.
You feel the need to jump across Kendy and, you know what I mean? And like literally pierce through my creativity, like
Okay.
with logic. And I don't like it.
Mhm.
Here we go. It's amazing how quickly things can go back to normal. One week you're driving around a ghost town tussing at the fact that nothing is open, and the next week you're roaring at an 80-year-old old one in a micro because she can't decide if she wants to go left or right. I do be fair worried about what's going to happen post-pandemic. It's no secret that I think the phrase "the new normal" should be taken out at dawn and shot. Jesus Christ, Kendy, that was fair vulgar. But no, it's how I feel. I want the world to go back to normal, not the new normal. Anyway, there doesn't even seem to be a new normal. It's the same old normal. The same old normal old one wrecking me head in the top of O'Connell Street Junction. The same old normal young one going mad trying to buy 40 thongs for a fiver inside in pennies. It's the same old normal Kendy pretending that he walked into the wrong dress room while they're trying to try them on. I've said too much, but you get the point. We're creatures of habit, and it turns out it takes longer than a year and a half to break a habit. It only takes 1 second to break a jaw, so I hope Raybo doesn't give me grief about this journal like he does every week. You want to say anything? The point is, Let us not be worrying about what the world's going to be like when the pandemic ends. We will revert back to annoying the heads of each other. Let it be owl one young ones, owl lads or young lads. It's what we do best, annoying the tits of each other. Be careful what you wish for, and let you take solace in the following statement. People are people, bastards are bastards, and people are bastards. Pandemic or no pandemic. There we go.
Well done.
You didn't interrupt me once in the whole thing.
No, there was nothing of value in it to interrupt.
And there was even a segment in it where I said I'd break your jaw if you did.
I know.
And you still didn't do it.
it.
Fair play to you. That's
Isn't that
brilliant.
nice now? That's some good thoughts.
Yeah, but I was just watching the world go by this week because stuff is opening every single week, like, and you realise that you want stuff to go back to normal, and then people annoy the shite out of you. And I'm just saying, be careful what you wish for out there. You know
It's
what I mean?
over now, you see.
Yeah, it's all over, but it was over a couple of months ago as well.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't think there'll be a return now to the quietness that was there.
I'm going to eat more of the donut, Ray. I'm such a fat shit. Go on.
I've a few bits.
Yeah, get into it, you can.
For starters, I'm uncomfortable this evening. I did myself an injury earlier.
What?
I pulled a muscle in my back.
Did you actually?
I did.
You're of that age, like.
What?
Back problems. Huge, man. You're once you go heading towards 40,
Right.
back problems is fucking real.
Right.
So, this is only the start of it, like. So
Okay.
you reckon you've done yourself an injury? No, you've given yourself another 40 years of grief, like.
No, I've just pulled a muscle under my shoulder blade.
That's the start of it, skin.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Go on.
I was busy blow drying my hair.
I mean, you couldn't have proved my point more that that's something that just happens when you get to an age. Your back goes. You were drying your hair, like, and your back went.
Well, it's not. It didn't go. You see, my whole routine was thrown into disarray this morning.
Yeah.
I have a routine, you see.
Oh, I don't doubt that for a second.
I get up and I shower and then I have the breakfast. So I got up this morning, Sean O'Reilly was in the shower. The man never ever takes a shower. Sorry, he
shower.
does.
In the morning.
In the morning, sorry. It was just but he doesn't.
Right.
I was disgusted. I heard him get up out of the room and went, that's that Egypt now going to the toilet. I thought he was just going to the toilet.
What was he doing up in the morning?
Well, you see, he was rather smelly. No.
You're not doing him any justice here at
I'm
all.
just telling the truth.
Okay.
But you see, this flies in the face. I'm going to get into a multiple story now. There's multiple facets of this story.
Hit us.
So let's remember a muscle was pulled.
Okay,
this
start
morning.
there. Keep that in the back of your head while Ray talks.
So my muscle was pulled this morning.
Yeah.
Right? Because of Sean O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week, which is a topic we have to get on to,
Okay.
on Saturday, there was a very special thing done for Pieta House, which was Darkness into Light.
Fair play to everyone who done it.
As almost as if you didn't care.
Listen, did you walked? Did probably 10,000 steps that day, didn't you? For Pieta House. So did I.
Right.
I just hit a couple of balls in the middle of it as well, man.
Oh,
Up Ross Point.
You're a bad man, but you don't really feel like that, do you?
No. What happened was you said you want to get up at 4:30 in the morning, and I finished work at 1 in the morning. I was like, I'm not getting up in 3 hours. Like.
Okay, well, to offset that, unfortunately, you weren't the only one that didn't get up.
Oh yeah, you got up later.
We got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do the walk for Darkness into Light.
It wasn't a walk. You were climbing Knocknarea.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. There was this plan hatched that we'd climb Knocknarea and do a 6.5k walk around Knocknarea.
Did you plan that?
No.
Jesus
It was
Christ,
initially suggested by my sister Joanne.
Right.
And that was kind of what we thought that'd be lovely.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know?
What a terrible idea.
No, it was a beautiful idea. But at 4 o'clock odd when we woke up, wasn't the wind blowing outside and the rain coming down.
Oh, she was howling.
It was very howling. It was windy.
Yeah, Brian howling. Yeah.
And and I thought to myself, oh, that doesn't look good. And Cathal Mulhern as well, who was in the house, he didn't think it was good either.
Yeah.
So straight away there was doubt seated in our heads.
Well, I think there would have been doubt anyway because you think you want to get up at 4:30 and then when you do, you're like,
no, we were all up.
Right.
That's the thing, we were all up and at it. Right? There was flasks of tea planned. There had been jackets picked out the night before. There had been thermals purchased, especially for the occasion.
Jesus,
we were
lads.
going on this trip.
Okay.
Right? But there was doubt seated. And then I went up to the phone and sure as hell wasn't there a text from Joanne saying, it's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
So I rang her. She said, no, not going up the mountain. We're just going to postpone it till 11 o'clock and do it then.
The cruel mistress called Mother Nature had set out.
Well, what was worse is we had people abroad in Ballymote who were up at 3 in the morning
Yeah.
just to be in town for 4:30.
Yeah, feckin' hell.
And when we give them the news, Lucy Foley, she was up and she had the t-shirt on, she had the makeup and the hair done, and she had the outfit picked out, she had the whole lot.
The makeup and the hair.
Yeah, she was ready.
To go up Knocknarea at 4:30 in the morning.
Well, I don't. She probably didn't have any makeup or hair done, but I mean, I
Jesus
presumed
Christ.
she had gone to much expense.
She had no makeup and she had no hair.
She she had porridge had,
Right, okay, the porridge was had.
and she
Okay.
had a flask of tea ready, and all of this was thrown. It was a lot of decisions to make It's amazing event management when you decide to postpone something at the last minute, because that was an event. There was a solid 10 or 12 of us about to go up.
Ray
and called the whole thing off.
Ray actually did event management in Sligo IT 3 years ago
No,
just
I
to prep for this.
This is my thesis.
This was his thesis, like, yeah.
So we called it all off, and everybody felt terribly guilty, because I know myself and Lauren back to bed, and all we could hear was people walking by the house talking as they were going off
they
through
were doing
darkness
it,
and
yeah.
light in the howling rain.
Yeah, but ye had set yourselves for that, you see, because ye had to big time everybody by saying, not only are we going to do darkness into light, we're going to climb a mountain for us.
Yeah, and at no
and
point.
then ye ended up being the fools.
And at no point that morning at 4 o'clock did it dawn on us that we could have just gone for a normal walk.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though.
That's why we failed the event management course.
Setting yourself up for failure, Ray. Jesus, like.
I don't like failing.
That's like saying, I want to go do darkness into light there because I think we should raise a few pounds. 100 quid is what I'm thinking. I'm going to climb Everest.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
But I had a big problem then at 20 past 4 when we called the whole thing off. I knew we had said it on the podcast.
It's funny how different we both think. I didn't give a shite, like.
Oh, right.
You know the way, did you think I was guilty when I didn't go and do it?
No, not at all. I knew
No.
you didn't give a crap.
I couldn't
But I
give
was
a fuck.
afraid of the likes of Richard Burke or someone, or Stephen Miles would be sitting there at the bottom of the thing, and I said I'd do it with you.
The boy's ready to go.
But
like.
you'd be sitting there on their own at 5 o'clock.
How much of a wingspan do you think
So
the Kendy Raybo podcast has?
I put up a
Jesus.
little post just to cover our arse.
Right.
Saying that there was bad old morning and Kendy's delighted and we'll postpone it till 11.
Well, you put that up on our Instagram.
I did, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh, yeah, because I took it down immediately after I woke up at like 9:30.
Oh.
Because I realised how distasteful it sounded. Everybody else was getting up doing it, and I was putting up posts going, not a great morning, we leave it at 11.
And what time did you end up going and doing this
Oh,
thing
we
then?
ploughed ahead then at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you know, I was still in bed, like,
I know, yeah.
because I was, like I said, flat out, man.
Yeah, but you did nothing. Did you even give the few pound to pay at house?
I gave a few balls to the golf course, man, losing them in the
You're
rough.
coming across as an awful idiot here
You
now.
told me that the t-shirt was 11 fivers.
Yeah. It's not the t-shirt, it's the contribution and you get a t-shirt.
I'd be looking at that now, no more than the Patriot or whatever that we did around Christmas there. Like, what do I actually get? A t-shirt for 55 quid. Fuck that.
Right. Okay.
No, I actually wouldn't. Like, that actually sounds terrible.
I'm so glad you've realised that.
It's not that. It's actually not that at all.
You know the way you do play a character on the podcast? Need you to come out of that for a second?
Okay, let me come out and be real, right?
Come
This
on.
is Kendy, all blown open up in front of you. I'm going to blow all over you here. Here we go, okay?
Okay, come out of character.
It's that I didn't have enough time in me head to fill it with that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's the problem. If I had 2 weeks of a build-up, I could... You dropped it on me during the podcast, and
Yeah.
I was like, Ray, that's the last thing I want to think about is having to worry about getting up at 4:30 on Saturday morning. You got to spring that on me 6 months ago.
Okay.
That sounds worse than the thing I said first.
See, can you just... Is there any bit of it that you thought might have been... yeah, no, it was a worthy cause. In fairness, I was working the night before and I couldn't do it.
I
And
do my own bits for charity. Like,
Sorry.
you know?
Yeah.
I do lots of charity, man. I do gigs in here, right? I don't get a penny for them, man. Raising pound, man.
True, actually. You do, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is good now.
Yeah.
We're getting to the core of this
But
now.
none of that is my money. Here's the thing. Not once in any of the live streams have I ever done, and I see people doing this.
Yeah.
They go, I threw 100 quid into it myself.
Yeah.
And I go, you flute, man. So why would you?
Do you not? What?
I've never donated money to my own stream like that. I do.
But sure, it's not your own stream, it's for the Northwest Hospice.
Yeah,
or
but the
something.
Northwest. This here the thing. You're asking me to do it for the Northwest Hospice or any other charity that whatever. Happily, I will literally roar at everyone for 2 hours and you'll end up getting 1,000 quid.
Right.
I would not have
You call
contributed.
that is your contribution. Is that
That's
what
my
you're
contribution based
Right.
on everyone else's money, and that's my favorite kind
saying?
of contributions is when I'm not the one contributing. I love going to any of those charities and saying, I got you 1,000 quid there, not me, like, but
Yeah.
you know, I roared at people enough.
Would you find yourself sitting in the office of Northwest Hospice at the odd morning, just kind of going, "How are you girls? Tea
Yes.
when you're ready."
That's
You know me, I'm the €1,000 guy.
Imagine what a big dick wank you'd have to be, man, to be going in like that. I'm the buy, got you
Yeah.
1,000 quid there last
Yeah,
week. Fair
yeah.
play to me.
You have any biscuits?
But that's the thing as well. That's the thing. Now you're actually getting on something there now.
Right.
Because how charitable is charity?
Huh?
How charitable is the act of doing something for charity? Because you get the fair play to me from us. And to a
You
certain
don't
extent...
always get the fair play to me.
Well, like, when you finish doing that Drive for Life, what's it called?
Which
Drive to Succeed, what's it called?
darkness into light.
Darkness into Light.
Yeah, we didn't get any fair play to me because we did it. It was just light to light. We didn't have any. But it was a lovely time.
Yeah, there we go. It was a lovely time.
But it was good for the heads. It was good. Like, very seldom would you have that group of people. Like there was 10 or 12 of us went up the mountain. We did the 6.5K walk. I nearly died.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that trip.
Yeah. So of the 10 or 12 people that done it, I'm glad like that I didn't go because you were then the least fit. I can only imagine. Yeah.
I had a situation where everybody was up ahead and Laura had to come back and mind me. I had a situation where that morning I had an argument with Sean O'Reilly over why he was bringing a bottle of water with him. I said, it's a 6.5K walk. Why are you bringing a bottle of water, Sean?
Oh, you're some fool.
And Sean says to me, well, I'm going up a 6.5K hike. It's not a walk. Mm-hmm. And I said, you're an idiot, I said.
You won't need this, is it?
Yeah, I was about 5K into it and I had to turn around to Gavin Muldoon with a bag of treats to them. I said, have you any fizzy sweets and some water because I'm about to die here. There was another thing as well, which brings me back to my muscle pulling story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We told you to remember this at the start. About an hour ago.
No, I couldn't laugh earlier. That's why I didn't think I could do this
You
podcast.
couldn't do the podcast.
I didn't think I'd be doing it.
With all the jollies that I'd be giving you, you mean?
Yeah, but
safe
enough so far.
You fucking ignorant bastards. Said that to me. So do you think you'll actually... Like, it's just going to be a couple of months now. I'm going to have to listen to you with all this fucking shit. Like.
No, it's grand. It's better since even this morning.
Because we know some people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They hurt themselves a little bit, and then you have to hear about it for a full year. Like, there's nothing worse than those kind of people, like, genuinely. It's awful annoying. Like, I'm very bad for it, like, because sometimes, people are like, oh, did you ever, I'm out to hurt my arm, did you ever do that like that? Like, and I'll always revert back to when I broke my face when I was 14. And every time I say it, like I just did there now, the point of the story is every time I say it, I go, oh, like, why are you still talking about the time you hurt yourself when you were a child? Like, for God fucking sake.
What do you mean you broke your face?
Get over it. I got my face broked.
Wow.
Did I ever tell you that? No?
No.
Have I ever told... Surely I told that story on this podcast.
Surely there'd be signs of the fact that you got your face broke.
No, it's still broke, though. There is signs, man. I can't feel me nose. Like, there, it's all tingled, like.
So you got your nose broke?
No.
Your face?
I broke my face.
How did you break your face?
I was playing a game of football against a gentleman who was a prick. And...
Just you on him?
Yeah, no,
so it's just two people involved in this game.
One-on-one, man.
One-on-one. It was like a football duel in Castlereagh.
Listen, it was actually... It felt like that. It felt like it was just me and him on the pitch, man. It was such a vigorous test for me.
Right.
Anyway, the test came to an abrupt end. I was out there slinging Mickey, catching kickouts, right?
Sure.
And we both went up for a ball. His head went down and walloped me into the face. And I woke up a couple of minutes later, right? That's true, though. I actually
did you pass out?
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
So the ball hit you in the face?
No, his head hit me in the face. But
okay.
So his head went down. Boom. Straight into me face. Mm-hmm. And anyway, I passed out or whatever, got knocked out, woke up a couple of seconds later, and said, you better bring him to the hospital. So my mother was running around, oh Jesus, we had to get... So they started bringing me to the hospital, and I said, I don't fucking feel well. Right?
Sorry, you sound like a real brat sitting there on the trolley in A&E. I don't feel well.
Man, are you listening to me, man? Yeah? Nurse? Yeah, I don't fucking feel well right now. Okay, I'm sick. No, because when you're a kid, right, you would have faked injuries because it got you attention, like, and stuff. You know what I mean? You would have been... No, you would have, Ray. Don't big time me now on this one, right?
Why would I fake an injury?
Because you would have wanted attention, like.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Not faking, but exaggerating injuries. If I got hurt in a football match, I would have been like, oh, my leg. You know what I mean? Because that's what kids do, like.
No, I never did that.
Well, you weren't very smart.
I was very, very happy the time I got the crutches, though, for the week I was in school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would have been excited about it.
Yeah, I was looking forward to going on the bus with the crutches. I'm going to do all this now.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You would have been excited to be injured as a kid. This is one time I wasn't, right? We drove up to Roscommon Hospital, and we made it as far as the Supermax there at Casey's on the junction.
Why, did you stop for a takeaway?
Fucking hell. I tell you what, I got rid of a takeaway on the way up. We stopped, and I said, Dad, you got to stop the car right now. And I puked my ring up.
From a belt in the face?
Yeah, I must have been concussed or something like.
Right.
I was puking. I got into Roscommon A&E, and big old Irish nurse, you know them ones?
Yeah.
The ones that I'll tell you what the doctor can't tell you now, and I'll tell you it real. You know them ones? They kind of waddle towards you like, he's all right. You know, what's wrong with him? You know, what happened to him?
Yeah, he'd be all right before you get married.
He'd be all right before you get married, yeah. No bother at all. So I got in. My mum says he got knocked out in a football match. He puked his ring up just down the road there. You might get
someone... Is that how she would have said it?
Well, that's how I would have remembered her saying
it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe Mum would have been like, well, he was playing football.
And he got sick then at Supermax.
And he got sick.
And the nurse then, why did you stop at Supermax?
Did he have a bad burger or something, or what was it?
Right.
Anyway, they must have been flat to the mat in the A&E because I kept saying to Mum, I'm going to fall asleep, Mum. Like, I was actually falling asleep. And she was like, you can't fall asleep when you're concussed. You're not actually tired. You're just fucking going again.
Yeah.
And the nurse said, all right, let him sleep there for 20 minutes. Sure.
Oh, God, you're in a coma.
So
oh, God.
So I woke up 5 years later. No. I slept for 20 minutes and the nurse said, he'd be all right, send him home. Right? So the next morning I woke up and my face was out to here, like, right?
And for everybody at home, his hand is now positioned at the other side of the room.
It's about a foot, right?
Yeah.
So I went into school and everything. I was like, well, if the nurse said it's not wrong with you, maybe that's just a bit of swelling. A week later, the swelling would not go down. Like,
Right.
it was out here. So we went to the clinic in Oranmore.
Oh, the Galway Clinic.
Yeah, the Galway Clinic.
See, now, different class now.
Now, right?
Now we're talking.
The only hospital I've ever walked into and there was a fella playing piano
Yes.
inside. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
This is like the Clayton. What's
Yeah.
going on here? So you went from big old 50-stone Irish nurse saying, I don't let him go away, to into a proper actual
Yeah.
medical facility.
Where they wanted to know what was wrong with you.
That's nothing against Roscommon Hospital. It's just that they were shower bastards. So, into Galway Clinic.
Take that back now.
No, it is what it is, bitch. Into Galway Clinic, right?
Right.
You can take it back by editing it out, but don't. Into Galway Clinic, right? Your man's playing the fucking piano.
Yeah.
And I go to see a specialist. And we say, we better just get him x-rayed. The nurse said he's probably fine, but get him x-rayed anyway. And they x-ray me, and my jaw is cracked in 2 places, and my
Jesus.
cheekbone is cracked. And I had been saying, I never told you this, I had been saying to me old lady the whole time, I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Oh, but I love it. But I love it. No, I said to her, I can't feel my face, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, I can't feel my face. It's all numb. It feels like I just went to the dentist. You know
Yeah.
that shit, right?
Yeah.
I go in. They said there's something up here. Let's get him x-rayed. Jaw is cracked in 2 places and my cheekbone is cracked. And not only that, but the nerve that goes from the back of your ear that shows you all the wonderful feelings you have on your face is broke.
Jesus.
Right? Bad wiring in the head, says he. He says, you've left it now a week or two since you cracked he said, your jaw is probably fine. Your cheekbone is not fine.
I'm getting weak here listening to this.
He said, you've left it about 2 weeks. So if we're going to, the hairline fracture has already started healing.
Yeah.
But if you really want us to go in and sort it out, we'll have to probably break your jaw again and do surgery on you.
Did they
right?
have to get the young lad back?
We're going to have to break your jaw again.
Why
So
did you get
we're going to get the young Hughes lad from Roscommon Gales.
Do it again. Hit him again. Hit him again.
So they said we're going to have to break your jaw again and operate on you. And I said, thank you so much for your time today. I'll see you later.
You didn't want to get the job.
No,
broken,
I was like, no way am I doing that.
So
like,
what effects is it
well,
left
no,
you with?
yeah, they said it's going to heal anyway. Don't be worried. It'll probably heal normal. And it did heal normal. But you can hit me. It doesn't feel any weirder.
So do you have any feeling on the side of your face?
No, I do have feeling, but it's super tingly. Like when you go to the dentist
Oh,
on my
weird.
nose.
Yeah.
So
Can I touch it?
you won't feel it, you bollocks.
Okay. I want to see how I feel.
That's the stupidest shit you've ever said. Can I feel it? How would you have felt it? Oh, Jesus.
Right, okay, move on.
So that was my story about don't tell those kind of stories. You sound like a bastard. I just told you the whole thing.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I haven't a clue, man. It doesn't matter.
Sean
anyway.
Riley pulling my muscle.
Anyway, yeah, you pulled the muscle, yeah. So
Yeah, that's that.
What I was saying is you're going to be on about it for a year. You said, no, you won't. That's
Right.
all. That's
And
all
look at-
that matters. Okay, go on anyway. Any more bitch of shite, man?
I do, yeah.
Ray has taken out his phone now, which is making me think, please tell me it's what I think it is now.
Oh, what is it?
Is it recordings of you sleeping again?
Yes.
Yes!
We
man!
hit the gold mine there this week.
I got one for you as well.
What? From yourself?
No, someone heard us,
Right.
downloaded the app,
Oh.
and because someone had told him before that he sleep talks. And he
Right.
sent in one of his sleep talks as well.
Well, do you want to play this one first?
Yeah, I'll play my one first, right?
Yeah.
And then we get into Ray's.
Shoot.
Can I please, above anything I've ever said to anyone out there, if you sleep talk, please send them in. What's the name of the app? Ray?
Download the Sleep Talk app.
The Sleep Talk app. Apparently you have to pay for it though if you want to record all the time or something.
Absolutely. If you know you're an avid sleep talker,
It's worth it.
It's absolutely worth it. The entertainment in the morning, and it's amazing the things you hear your housemates at as well at night.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Does it wake up when
Oh, it
there's
does,
two people
yeah.
waking up next door?
No, it wakes up when Sean Riley goes to bed, so I know every night what time Sean Riley goes to bed. What did you think I was talking about?
I'll just show you my one.
Okay.
I thought it recorded some barreling. So, right? So this is sent in by Kev Flanagan,
Oh, good man, Kev.
an old friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
He said, I got that Sleep Talk app, and this was me last night.
Lovely.
God bless you. Sleep well, right, guys? Mind yourselves.
God bless you, okay? All right, guys?
Yeah.
Mind yourselves. Okay, listen.
God bless you. Sleep well, right, guys?
Does Kev have kids?
No,
Oh.
that's what's weird.
Oh, God, we're going down a weird, strange.
So he said, God bless you, okay?
Yeah.
Mind yourselves. Is
Lovely.
that lovely? So, Kev, thank you so much for sending in yours. These are my favourite thing we can ever guess.
Right.
If I got loads of sleep talking stuff, Ray, I will be so happy.
Well-
so please keep it coming.
I'd like to thank Kev for his normal.
Oh, when he says mind yourselves at the end, I love it. Mind yourselves.
What do we start with here now? I start with this very simple one.
Okay.
Laura gets very worried when she hears these type of ones,
Oh,
right?
shit, man.
Are you
Here we
ready?
go.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do, you see. I'm a bit worried.
I don't know what to do. I'm a bit worried.
I'm sure Laura's thinking the exact same thing.
That was
She's-
my subconscious.
What again? I'd love to know if there's the reason you're doing that. Did something happen that day? You know what I mean? Like we should delve into it further than we're delving into, right?
yeah,
it's
there was-
not worth just laughing at you, Ray.
Yeah.
Why are you a bit worried?
It was probably work related.
Okay.
Yeah, work.
I'm
work
just
was
happy if
stressing
it's
me
not
out.
something that I didn't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I'd love if one of them was like, Kendy, if you ever talk to me like that again, I'd box the joy or something like that. Like then we could really get into
Well,
it.
for the first time, 2 people got call outs on my thing.
No way.
Yeah.
You're doing sleep talk call outs.
I was.
Can we sell them?
I'll tell you now. This was. See, can you make any sense of this?
3:08 it's the fourth possible time, possibly the third time, according to my peers, our peers, myself, Aaron, Louise, also like skipping up born to peers, possibly just me, according to my peers.
I'm going to stop it there.
Whoa. Ray,
What am I talking about peers for?
you were giving a full speech in that
Yeah.
one, man. That was a full speech. You were like
there's
addressing the
more.
nation.
Very interested in the beer from the 3:08 a.m. and wide awake because someone be up half the night, so big shit out there at the housemate Louise.
What?
Very good. Good night now. Send you back to sleep.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
From what I could gather on that, I was talking about peers. Don't know why I was talking about peers. Then peers became beers. And it was based on, from what I can tell, it was that Louise, I don't know, kept me up later than I should have been up. And that's why I gave her a big shout out.
And you knew what time it was, though.
Because I was half awake looking at the watch.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Because that was super cognitive. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? You were really aware, like, while not being aware.
Yeah.
Sweet
We've another one now.
Jesus.
Yeah, and another shout out.
Halfway to the wire plate, to the bit. Okay. Hitting on very good, I think so.
So we're going to stop it there. We're halfway to the wire plate of the bit. What's that about? What's that about? What's a wire plate of the bit? Now, pay attention because the bit is a big bit of this bit, right?
How do you feel about that there, Laura?
So I was talking to Laura. She wasn't there.
What?
Yeah.
And were you rubbing up against her?
But she wasn't there.
Yeah, but what were you rubbing up against
I
then?
don't know. I was in my bed.
This is more of it again now, Ray.
Right.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
Hold on now. More.
How would you feel about that there now?
Halfway to the bit. Right. Talk at this moment in the bit.
That was me talking to me. Talkative, aren't you? At this moment.
I love that the last one that you said, how would you feel about that there now? Like, that's such an Irish fella trying to get his hole. You know what I mean? Like, how would you feel about that there now, eh? Did you see that joke? Like, what were you writing in the bed?
No, I was on my own. Anyway, carry on.
Go on.
Let me know if you want me to get closer to the bit.
God, Puff. Get closer to the bit.
Yeah, so let me know, will I get closer to the bit?
That is some weird, like, Elon Musk sex shit that's going on
But
there.
it's wire plate.
Yeah, but
Wire plate, getting closer to the wire plate, the bit.
that's what I'm saying. It's a weird Elon Musk engineer sex reference you're making there.
Okay.
Right? How would you feel about that joke?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to get closer to the bit.
Yeah.
The wire, all that there, man. That's all.
You think it's all, you
and
think
the
that's a sexy dream?
That's a sexy dream. And the worrying thing is Laura's not even in the bed with you.
Right.
So what were you humping is what I want to know. I love that sleep talking shit, man. I fucking love that stuff. It's
That was
unreal.
down.
I love making them, like, even if they are or aren't, like, I love making them sexy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you were like, "Oh, how are you, Keith?" The last time, and then this time you're like, "Oh, have a look at this York.
Have a look at me, bitch.
Have a look at me, bit. Look at this York I have here." Ray, thank you so much for sharing them.
Absolutely no problem.
Thanks to Kev Flanagan as well
And
for sharing it as well.
If anyone else has legitimate sleep talking recordings,
Yeah.
send them on into
Don't
us.
try and fake it on us now.
Yeah.
Where like you're sleep talking and you're like, "Oh my god, I want to have sex with Kendy." Like none of that shit. Man.
None of that,
We
no.
won't fall for it.
On another note,
Go on.
I had a song stuck in my head. Speaking of the fact that you're dressed as a priest,
Yeah.
or an off-duty priest, as I like to say. Would you have much memories of mass where priests be singing?
Oh, sure. I'm seeing that all the time, man.
Which one?
It's awful annoying because I'm streaming masses now,
Oh yeah,
and you have live mics all over the place. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And you're like, "Geez, the music sounds good now. Actually, I think I did a good job at that." And then all of a sudden, in the back, you hear, "Oh, he's singing." He
no,
doesn't
he
realize.
plows into it like he'd just be chatting away, and then something about Jesus, something.
Oh, yeah.
In the unity of the Holy Spirit, all glory and honor is yours, Almighty.
Yeah, and there's only
wait.
Go on.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, but there's only a certain type of priest that does that, though.
That song was in my head for 4 days.
Why did you hear someone doing that?
Carl, it was inside the house.
What?
He was singing it for some reason.
Why is Carl singing a homily?
I don't know. Is it a homily?
I don't know. It homily sounds like it could be that,
Yeah.
but I think a homily is spoken word. I don't know.
Okay.
What do I know about Mass Ray?
4
Jesus
days
Christ.
stuck in my head.
Fuck's sake.
Mm.
Is that it? Is that the story you're
That
going
was
to
my
tell
story.
me?
I was like, do you know I do run out at the end?
Come here. Last week we ended on an absolute belter of a story, didn't we? That I can't remember at all. Or was that the week before?
That was last week.
Oh my God, man. It was the best worst story I've ever heard in my whole life. I don't think we have that like that to finish this week. But
We have to do a shout out.
oh, do we? Go on.
Yeah, there's a girl celebrating her birthday this week.
Lovely.
Yeah, her name is Neve.
Neve,
Neve R.
it is her birthday this week.
It is her birthday this week, and apparently she's an avid fan. And she could quite the hop if she got the shout out. I was told.
Neve, we love you and fair play to you and happy birthday and congratulations on the cha.
And I have to also say happy birthday to my little sister Karen. Yeah.
When is it too old to start calling them little? Stop calling them little
They're
sister.
always little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd still say, oh, my little sister Ellie. She's 25, I think, 26.
Yeah.
How old is Karen?
Karen is, I had to ask her. I says, Karen, how old are you now?
Yeah.
Do you know? And
And-
she said, well, you should know. You just take 12 from your age and then you have my age. There's 12 years between us. Isn't that mad?
Jesus Christ. I
That's
tell
a
you, your
fair gap.
Your parents had a good life, Ray. In fairness
Oh,
to them.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there was, well, my mother said on a previous podcast, you know, when there was 3, sure, we might as well go for the 4, the even number.
They kept it on
That's
the
what
straight
Mum
and
and Dad
narrow,
says.
Ray, so they did.
It did indeed.
Happy
yeah.
birthday to Karen as well. Fair play to you, sunshine. We are going to have our jaws on a billboard, Ray. We better just say that.
Oh, yeah.
So just before we go, the billboard outside, here's what happened. Kendy and Raybo got a couple of pound into their hand.
Yeah, multi-thousandaires.
Multi-thousandaires now signed a multi-thousand-euro deal. And we said, what will we do? Will we spend it on the betterment of the podcast and
Yeah.
like upgrading the facility that we're in, the hardware that we use? We said, no, let's get a billboard for a month.
It's just, I've always wanted to be on a billboard.
I can't believe Ray went for it.
Why?
So Sensei brought it to us. Brendan Tierney said, look lads, why don't we take the billboard for a month outside Sligo there? 5 billboards outside Sligo, Coolani, right? And so I was like not skeptical, but I was like, this sounds like something we would never do. And
Really?
Ray came back straight away and was like, yeah, I want my face on a billboard.
I've always looked at billboards going, wouldn't it be great to be up on one?
I can't believe that from you, man. I thought you'd be like, no, Jaxie, we have to go and we have to spend the money on this.
No,
Actually, wait. That's exactly the kind of shit you'd spend your money on.
Of course it is. Absolute daft stuff. Because
I
at least
did-
then I'd be able to 70 years of age in the nursing home, rocking in my rocking chair, going, I was on a billboard once.
For a month.
Yeah, there'll be pictures of me on a billboard.
So we're getting the billboard outside of Colooney. They just have to tidy it up and put Kendy Raybo's jaw up above and top of
Yeah.
it. It's going to say, take us on your journey, which means nothing to you because you already listened to us.
And there'll be a picture of us, me and you, sitting on top of each other in the passenger seat of your ship Brown Skoda.
That's right, because what people always say to us is, when I'm driving, it seems like Kendy Raybo in the car with me. And
Yeah.
that's what the billboard is going to do.
Now, I showed the draft of the billboard to Sean Riley. He didn't get it at all. He said, there's a lot better photos of you. And I said, well, there probably is.
we got those photos taken for that reason.
Oh yeah, you could take they're like the photographer Brian McDermott from the Brian McDermott Band featuring Brian McDermott is a professional
From Brian's video fashions.
from Brian's videos fashions.
And
But
he's-
there's nothing to make up for us not looking well.
No,
whatever he takes,
and I mean that's really the shit thing so we're trying to redo like artwork as well on our logos and just get more like of our faces out there. So we're trying to get like proper photos done and stuff.
I know where we're falling down now, though.
Why?
Your face is broke.
That's true, actually.
You've broke a face.
But years ago when we started this, like 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
like the difference, like in the quality of my jaw now, like is gone beyond the joke. Like I have fallen. Like it is.
You
such
have
a
two of them now.
Deep. That's 2 chins. It's gone way downhill, man. Like, I'm not what I used to be. Like,
Ain't one I used to be.
do you know? So the new artwork is going to be like it's going to look better, but we're not going to
No,
'Cause-
we failed terrible.
hugely. Like,
Yeah, wait till I look at that one.
yeah, we have up here in the box room like a picture of the two of us. Like, I don't look like that anymore, man. I look so good in that photo.
You did look really well.
Yeah, I look like a fucking pudding now.
I
man.
see that I still have the Blue Wicked damage to my teeth.
Oh, the chip in the tooth.
Yeah.
Is that what the Blue Wicked had done that?
Yeah, I was doing Blue Wicked challenges.
The shot, the quick
Well,
shots.
drink the Blue Wicked very fast.
Yeah,
And one night I was so into it, I knocked a piece out of my tooth.
Jesus, man.
Mm.
Yeah, it's still there. You can see it. And the worst thing about the high quality photos that we took as well, and this we're going to end it on this, the high quality photos that we took, you think it's great to have them until you realize how far in you can zoom.
Yes.
And then you go,
Ooh,
whoa, that ain't no healthy skin.
too far.
So with that being said, keep an eye out for the
billboard.
billboard that's going to be out on the Clooney roundabout, folks.
That was episode 113.
Yes, it was, Ray.
Yeah.
Up and up
113.
we're going.
Up and up.
Up, and we ain't stopping
And
now.
you never know, next week you might see more of us
Now.
if we get it all working.
If we
because
get it all going.
we did spend some of the $1,000 money on the getting our jaw more so out there.
I'm going to end this with 4 words.
Oh, go on.
Watch this feckin' space.
Lovely.
Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.